From shredders and chippers to hydraulic claws and crushers, these machines break materials down so they can be used again. Every cut, every rotation, every ton processed is part of a larger system built to reduce waste and recover value. This is green technology, where heavy machines turn destruction into recycling. That's one way to solve a parking problem. It almost makes you wonder what that car did to deserve it. Anyone who's spent years around chippers knows a jammed rotor is a nightmare. But the Beaver 92's 920mm drum keeps its momentum, even on knotted trunks. Less downtime, more chips, fewer headaches for crews in the field. Tell us in the comments. Type 1 if you find this video interesting. Type 0 if you don't. Imagine throwing an old couch into a shredder and watching it vanish like magic. The PRI Max PR6600 is basically the ultimate stress reliever. Just don't try it with your ex's belongings unless you run a licensed facility. That's not just an old bus. It's a moving time capsule. Back in the day, a 695 meant soft seats, Real heat and quiet rides first class compared to the rattling trucks we knew. Watching it get torn apart hits harder than expected. We're not just crushing steel, we're shredding memories of warm winter rides in simpler times. This is European engineering working together at its best. An Italian Petzlato PTH 1000 chipper paired with a legendary Swedish Scania DC16 engine. Nearly 600 horsepower, chosen specifically for this kind of relentless industrial work. Not built for show, built for sustained power and efficiency. Seeing a Boeing 747 dismantled is bittersweet. Once known as the Queen of the Skies, it carried millions across oceans. Now hydraulic jaws fold its ribs like paper, proving that even legends must eventually yield to time and recycling. So this is how it's done today. No sledgehammers, no wrenches, just one massive machine doing the dirty work. Watching it pull an engine cleanly out of a car is oddly satisfying. It's hard not to think about the first car you ever owned, how it eventually ended up crushed and gone. Look at that Zato elephant shear. It's like giant workshop scissors for reinforced concrete. Instead of dust and chaos, it delivers clean, controlled bites. Perfect for fast site clearing so real rebuilding can begin. That's progress in action. An excavator claw isn't just brute force, it's an engineering masterpiece. Hydraulic pressures often exceed 5,000 pounds per square inches. Each piston stroke is calculated, gripping and tearing frames systematically. Ship hulls and vehicles are reduced into clean, recyclable blocks. Scrapping a car doesn't have to harm the planet. At this facility in Kent, oil, gas, and hazardous fluids are removed before shredding begins. Every component is handled cleanly and safely. Even the extraction work feels surgical. This is what responsible recycling looks like: safe, efficient, and environmentally sound. Bolts, gears, wiring all shredded like paper. Anyone who's ever pulled an engine knows how tough they are. Watching one disappear this fast is mind-blowing. Not many machines can eat an entire engine block without slowing down. This one makes it look effortless, serious American steel power at work. Have you ever seen a tree disappear this quickly? The Bandit 1990 chews through logs like crunchy snacks. With 200 diesel horses behind it, even a 36-inch trunk vanishes. Nearby, the Rayco RG90 stump grinder doesn't mess around either. One of the most agile grinders out there, packing huge power into a compact frame. Precision steering gets it into tight spots, while advanced cutting wheels deliver maximum efficiency. This Japanese-built beast runs on a powerful diesel engine, and its tracks let it cross almost any terrain. The hydraulic attachments are mesmerizing to watch. At 16,400 kilograms, it stays planted and stable. It only moves about 2 miles per hour, but that's fast for this kind of work. Priced between $100,000 and $150,000, it's a solid investment for heavy-duty tasks. Lafayette didn't hesitate for a second. One clean bite, and the old farm trailer is lifted like nothing. Steel twists like a soda can. You can almost feel the force through the screen. 1,400 tons of raw power doing exactly what it was built to do. Blue granite doesn't mess around, it's some of the hardest rock out there. Yet the BF 93 eats it for breakfast. Compact enough for tight spaces, powerful enough for serious crushing. Machines like this earn their keep every single day. At the 109U scrapyard, two mechanical beasts work side by side. An engine biter rips motors clean from vehicles, while the car shredder flattens bodies like pancakes. It's not just impressive, it's cost-effective and far safer than manual labor. If your backyard ever looks like a tornado ripped through it, this chipper becomes your best friend. It hooks straight to your tractor, eats 7-inch logs like cookies, and if it jams, a safety pin steps in like an old-school mechanic. Thoughtful design matters. So what happens to steel after the CI7000 slices it into chunks? Some goes to smelters. Some is compacted and resold. Recycling isn't just destruction, it's giving metal a second life. That question is worth asking. And circuit boards? This 4-shaft shredder powers through them all. Overlapping cutters reduce material into bite-sized pieces without jamming. Designed specifically for the unpredictable nature of e-waste, it's the silent hero behind cleaner, greener recycling centers.